What's up, Financials and Masters? Okay, today I'm going to answer some of the questions that I got last week when I asked all y'all for feedback on what you wanted to hear me talk about. So, I wasn't lying. I'm totally serious. This is for you. I want to make sure that it's hitting all the right notes for you. So, I'm going to answer Sarah's question in just a moment. First, welcome to the Financial Zen channel, where the big question is, how can you, a super successful high achiever with kids at home and a mortgage to pay, how can you quit your 9-to-5 grind to go pursue your passion while still providing for your family? That's the question. I got your answers. I am Rick Valenzi, a certified financial planner, the founder of Financial Zen, and your guide. So, Sarah last week, let me get my question. So Sarah asked when I asked for feedback, she said, "Am I correct that your strategy to save about $1 million based on needs, right, and living off the earnings and die with $1 million still intact? What if I spend the $1 million instead?" Somewhat joking, but mostly not. So that is a question. That is not the first time I've gotten that question. So let me clarify, Sarah, and to everyone else out there. So the Financial Zen method, right, is to accumulate enough financial Zen funds that you can distribute enough financial Zen income to live sustainably for the rest of your life. So let's do some easy math. Rough math is you need to 20x your current living expenses. So if you're currently spending 100 grand a year, you need $2 million in the bank. If you have $2 million in the bank, you can generate 100 grand forever and ever in income. Now, what Sarah is very astutely asking is, that's great, but I don't necessarily need to leave anybody $2 million when I'm dead. I would kind of like to use that money myself at some point. And so that's the spirit of Sarah's question. And the answer to that question is, yes, absolutely. You will definitely get to spend that money if that's what you would like to do, but not until much, much later. And here's why. So, if you're going to be retired in the next 9 years, presumably that's going to be pretty nice and early, right? Some of our Financial Zen members that are closest to achieving Financial Zen are like six to 10 years out, right, already after working with us for a while. And that's going to put most of them pre-50 on either side of 50, right? Not a far distance on either side of 50. And if you're retired at 50, that is a whole heck of a lot of life to live, where you got to be living off your savings, right? For maybe 50 years. With medical advancements, I don't think it's going to be that big a deal to live past age 100 in another 50 years. So if you have that much longevity, the worst outcome that you could possibly have in retirement is running out of money. Think about being broke at age 90. That would suck. And so the goal of the Financial Zen method is to accumulate enough money where you can sustain it. And then once you get further out, right, once you get into sort of more normal retirement age, 65, 70, 75, that's when we could start to accelerate in your golden years and kind of crank up the vacations and whatever else you want to be doing, because we have a shorter runway. And so we can be a little bit more aggressive at how much we're spending and how much we're spending down, and then you can start spending some of that principal at that stage once we have a clear picture of just how much more life you got to live. But if you're retired at 50, you got 50 years, let's assume, in which case that's a whole lot of time to make your funds last. And the worst thing about retiring, I've seen it happen, not people on my watch, but I have seen it happen. The worst thing that could happen after you retire is like having to go back to work because you mismanaged your money after you did. So, Sarah, that's the answer to your question. You will definitely get to spend that money, but not for a while. All right. Thanks for watching. If you had an aha moment, or if that clarified some things for you as well, please leave a comment below. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and like the video. 2 thumbs up. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.